Good morning. Happy Monday. We are coming back. We are back on schedule. Going forward this week, we are Monday mornings coaching with Corey. So, good morning, everyone. Drop me a hello. You're coming on. Super stoked to be here. Last week was amazing. You guys, that boot camp was rock solid. Gave you over 7-8 hours of free coaching. Just gave it to you because you guys rock. And for those of you who showed up every day, I know you were having the light bulb moments, the aha moments. Stuff was so awesome. You guys had some serious breakthroughs. So coming off of that high from the boot camp last week, you guys, yesterday I had to just soak it all in. So it was a great time. So this week we're gearing up for the Freedom Boss Institute. If you want to up-level your business, if you want to truly be on a different pathway, and 3 months from now, you want to have a completely different business, you want to have multiple streams of income, you want to have a solid stream of income, then get in the Freedom Boss Institute. We start that live next week, but I want you guys in it, rocking and rolling. Enrollment for that is going to close on Friday, and it's never again going to be offered at this price. So if you want to save thousands of dollars is every time I launch this, right, we've got more content, we have more resources, we have more breakthroughs, so more relatable stuff. Each time I do this, it's going to be more expensive. So I want you guys to save thousands of dollars, get in, make a difference in your business today. Okay. So that's what it's on. If you have any questions, if you're like, I don't know if the FBI is for me, I don't know if it's for me, shoot me a message. Let's have a conversation, and I'll be honest with you, and I'll tell you if you're ready for it, if you're not ready for it, if you need to do something different, if it's totally not what you're looking for. Let's go through that together. Okay. How is everybody doing today? Did you guys have some fun this weekend? All right. Did you do anything relaxing? Maybe go out and get some nature. I went out for a hike. It was fun. All right. So make sure all this is here. I always want to make sure that it's streaming into the right place. We're here. I got so many lives coming in here, getting them all mixed up. I just realized like how much content is in this free group. Guys, if you know someone who's a business owner, entrepreneur, and they want to learn ways to grow online, then I want them getting in here. I want them learning from you guys, from all of this. Okay. I don't see it. Well, I'm going to run with it. All right. So hopefully it's working. I don't know. You guys, I am true testament for any of you who sit back and you say, I can't do that because I'm not techie. I can't do that because I can't figure out the technology. I am proof, like living solid proof that you can do this and not necessarily fully understand all the tech stuff, right? Get it. And I'm going to teach you some tricks along the way. So today's live coaching, and I don't know where it is. Today's live coaching, we're going to talk about how to make money when off of what you already know. I'm a little confused right now because here's the thing. I have a couple of groups and it says I'm just trying to find the video, right? That's all I'm trying to do. If you look me like wondering, what are you doing in the background, Corey? You're trying to figure it all out. I am trying to find the video because you guys, I want to make sure I'm in the right group. There we are. Okay. I found me. Here we are. Okay. Here we are. Making it fun. Okay. So as you guys come in, see this, drop me a little hello. Now that I have figured out where we are in the group, you guys are commenting and engaging, so just push the video down. No problem. Love it. Okay. How to make money off of what you already know. All right. If you already have a business, all right, whether you have a product business, a service business, think about what you already know, because this can add a layer of income, multiple layers, but at least one layer of income to business already, and then you can grow onto that, right? So this allows you to scale faster. If you don't have a business, if you're sitting back and you're saying, I've got so many ideas, I want to help people over here and I want to help these people do this, right? And you don't know where to start, a great place to start is with what you know. Right. And what I mean by that could be, sure, if you have a college degree, great. It's not necessary. But if you have a college degree, if you have a certificate, if you have spent time because you're passionate about something and you've learned it, and then you can teach other people. Here's the thing. Nobody becomes a millionaire just by doing the work. You become a millionaire by teaching other people and growing that expansion. So, example, right? You guys want some examples? Okay. An example of this could be, let's say I'm a physical therapist. Okay. I could do work as a physical therapist. I could open my own clinic as a physical therapist. I could do private pay, right? I could do telehealth. I could do virtual physical therapy visits. There's a lot of different options that's just around me doing the work, right? On the other side of it, I could teach people, right? So I could make an info product, which means I could make a video course. I could write a book, right? There's information that I have within me that I could put out there and teach other people. So I could teach, right? The proper posture or proper exercises to improve posture or proper things to reduce pain. All topics that a physical therapist could address. I could write a book about it. I could make a video series about it, and I could sell that content. Or if I am a physical therapist and I have made this amazingly booming telehealth market, like I do video chats with my patients and we're all the way across the world, I could teach other people how to do that same business. Like, how cool would that be? So you can create a course, you can create books and videos or podcasts, or think of leading the horse to water, but you're not teaching the horse to drink, teaching it how to find the water. I don't know how that phrase goes. Tell me how that phrase goes, because I want to hear it. Right? But you take that in there and it adds another layer to your business. Right? So that's just one example as a physical therapist. Now, I'm not doing those things, okay? But that's an idea that somebody could do for a service base. Chiropractor could do the same thing. People, what to do to get rid of pain. So many people will want to be able to do that. Yes, you might want them coming in to see you. You might want them doing a virtual consult with you. What if they could learn from you and do that? So now you're getting two sources of income. Because this whole group is centered around creating multiple streams of income and growing and expanding. And that's what we want. Okay. So we want to get back to that point. And you do that by kind of thinking, it's like thinking outside the box, but it's going into your brain, right? So you're like, into my brain. And you're using your brain as the box, what you already know. That's a physical therapist. So that's a degree. That's education based. If you don't have that, so let's say you have had an experience yourself, all right? Maybe you've done, I don't know, we'll say solo travel. You're a woman and you have done solo travel. You have traveled, you have worked in other countries, volunteered in other countries. You teach other people how to do that. Like, how cool would that be? There are probably there's billions of people in the world. A group of them want to know what you know. They want to learn what you and they want to learn these things. So why not learn it from you? Like, seriously, why not learn it from you? And if you don't feel that, oh, well, no one would want to know that, trust me. Trust me. I told myself that over and over again is, good morning, Susan. Right? I told myself that over and over again about, oh, no, like, who am I? Like, who would ever want to learn what I know? Like, who would want to learn from me? Right? I'm no good. So if you're telling yourself that, I am as a living proof that people want to learn what you know. And you'll attract a certain group of people. Some of them will be like, I don't want what you have. That's okay. They'll go find it from someone else. There's enough people in the world who can teach things, and there's enough people in the world who want to learn things. So if you teach it that way, right? So for my example, you're a single woman, you have traveled around the world, you have worked in different countries, you've learned different languages, whatever. Teach people how to do that, right? There's probably a group of people out there that want to feel safe when they travel. So what can you teach them about what they can do to be safe, or how they can find the travel, right? That's a really cool idea. There's lots and lots of stories of this that I know, right? There's someone who really, really wanted to excel at basketball. And no matter what they tried to do, they sucked at getting the ball in the hoop, right? They could do all these like defensive moves. I don't know anything about basketball, but they could do these like moves. But whenever they shot the ball, it never got in the basket. So this person spent time training and learning and reading books, watching people's videos and coaches. And this whole time, they're documenting their experience. Like, they did this on a YouTube channel, right? So they're like, hey, this is what I did today. And at first, nobody really cared because I didn't know who this person was. But after a while, they're like, hey, this guy's getting pretty good. This thing that he did is working. I want to learn from him. So then people started reaching out to him to teach them how to shoot the basket. He only got started because he wanted to learn how to do it himself. And now he turned it into a thriving business. He's like a virtual basketball coach. How cool could that be to turn into? I guarantee you that you know something that somebody will pay for to learn. Guarantee you. Okay. So I am a business coach. I have this as my free group, but I have coaching. People buy from me, right? And multiple streams and multiple layers based on what the needs are. So let's start to think of what yours could be, right? I gave you an example of a service base, right? So a physical therapist. I gave you an example of a travel, like I don't know what you call them, a solo travelpreneur, okay? Someone who goes into different countries and works, right? An example of turning basketball knowledge into this. What can you do to take your knowledge, whatever your knowledge is, your experience, your things that you've done in your past life, right? In this lifespan that you have had. Have you experienced grief and you found an amazing way to get through it? People need that support, right? Have you exercised and you have this great amazing program that you have helped create, like you've pulled in bits and pieces from lots of different places and you're doing it, it's working for you, you're helping out your friends to learn that. Are you an amazing chef, right? You can just whip up, you can open up the cabinet, the pantry. Mom does this, right? She could open up the pantry and she's like, we have nothing for dinner. And I was like, oh, that sucks because I'm really hungry. Mom would say, all right, well, you're going to starve. Like a half an hour later, she has this like amazing full-on spread. After she just said, oh, we have nothing to make dinner. She just opens up the pantry and just like, poop, 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 poof, poof, magic potion stuff. And ow, like amazing dinner. If you're that, teach people how to do that. Teach people about the devices and about the different things that you can have in your cabinet and that go well together. Because anytime, Anytime that I tried to do it, my mom would open up the cabinet. There's nothing to make. Okay, I'll try. It was horrible. Like it was just bad. It was so bad. Right. So teach people how to do that. Okay. So with business and lifestyle coaching, I teach people how to start to pull and do the different business online. There's a lot of different facets. Okay, you got this over here and here, and you got all this. I talked last week fully on about the foundation. You need the essentials, but how does all that work together? You can't just go out and create a funnel and then, waiting for the money to roll in. No, you have to have the offer. You have to have the offer stack. You have to have the right offer. You have to be speaking to the right audience. So there's all of these little tiny things that, sure, pick up nuggets along the way through free coaching. But if you really want it, you want me to break it down, then that's why I have my coaching program. So the Freedom Boss Institute. And we break all that down. I teach every single step along the way through that program. But if you're not ready for that yet, if you feel like, I still need some time, then you can pick up the little nuggets. I have other programs, I have other coaching stuff. So you're adding in multiple layers, right? I have multiple layers. Someone might not be ready to come in here, but I've got stuff that they can at least get started and start to see an impact and get motivated and get excited and get inspired that they can make a difference. And then they can come in here. And then once they're here, they're like, oh, well, then what? I've got higher levels. So building out your value ladder, right? I talked about that all last week. So what is, I want you to drop some things down in the comments and say, hey, I know a lot. You don't have to, you can use the word expert. I hesitate. I kind of walk on eggshells around the word expert because I am a firm believer that I am constantly learning, right? And for me personally, it's the word expert is they know everything about it. A physical therapist, I've been a physical therapist for over 20 years. Sure, I could be considered an expert compared to the layman, but compared to someone who's doing PT or who has all of these extra certifications, we're at a different level, right? So the expert at this level. Anyway, that's why I kind of go on that. But you can consider yourself an expert. What is something, drop it down in the comments, something that you know a lot about, that you, someone, maybe it's something you're already doing, but you're not thinking about it. Maybe you're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, hey, my next door neighbor was just asking me how I grew all my vegetables last year in the garden. I didn't. Just saying, right? And then you're having this conversation with your neighbor because it's natural conversation. And this is why making money off of what you already know is so easy. Setting up the systems, you need someone to help you do that, possibly. You can try to figure it out and take some time, but you can do that. But talking about it, telling people about it, writing about it, that's easy because it's all here. You don't have to go and research it. You can write the basic foundation. Let's say you're going to write a book and you can write let's say I'm going to write a book on reducing neck pain, right? I'm going to say I'm going to reduce neck pain and I've got this. I write it, but I'm not really a fantastic writer and putting it all together, but I'm just dumping all my knowledge. You can hire a copywriter or you can hire a ghostwriter to take your stuff and do a rock solid book or a rock solid program, right? You can leverage those resources, but you guys, taking what you already know and turning that into an income stream is so fun. It's so easy, right? Let's see what you guys have here. We have Susan says cooking from whatever's in the cupboard. You're good at that, Susan? Total. There's lots of people who would want to learn how to do that, right? The vagus nerve stimulus when you get out of fight or flight. Yes. It's fantastic. Last week on Tuesday, So a week ago, we had a conversation in the boot camp talking about the fight, flight, or freeze response. So yeah, if you've got tips to help people out of that, that is an income stream for you. Because here's the thing, I take it back to this core all the time. Bring it back to this. If you are making an impact in somebody's life, you're making an impact, you're giving them something that is of value, something that they need, that they're going to pay you. So impact equals money. Impact equals income. Impact, income. If you're not making an impact and you're just chasing after the income, you're just chasing after the next dollar, then that is when you become sleazy, slimy, just all of that icky stuff that people say about sales, because it's not of genuine help, right? There's of no help. But it could be about anything. For example, you guys know last week, I like sticky notes. Okay. This is of value to me. Maybe not everybody. Not everybody cares about sticky notes, but I do. So I will buy sticky notes because it is serving me a purpose. Because I write little notes to myself and I stick it all over the wall. Right. And when the sticky falls off and it's a really good note that I wrote to myself and I want to keep it, I tape it to the wall. Right? I don't write it on anything else. That's of value to me. That is worth my money to spend it. Same thing could be your knowledge. If your knowledge is helping them get from wherever they are to whatever they want, so they're here and they don't know how to open a cupboard and cook anything. They're like, I don't know. My mom never taught me and I never had home ec class. Your course, your book, your resource will be of value for them to get to the next level. So you're providing an impact. And if you don't believe that your product or your service or your information, if you don't believe that it is providing any sort of value or any kind of an impact, then don't sell it. If you don't believe fully 100% that what you know can help somebody, then don't sell that. Because that's when you're going to start to feel yucky about yourself. That's when you're going to start to, ugh, I don't like this, right? I don't like this. We don't want you to feel that way. We want you, I am helping somebody. So Susan can say, I'm helping someone because they open the cupboard and they know dinner on the table because I just taught them. Right? Or they're having this fight or flight response. And my tool, right, my neuro tool, because it's neurological tool, my physiological tool that I gave them that they got from me helped them. You guys, it's amazing. That's amazing. And I'm the same way. So all of the business and the lifestyle, like how to live a healthy life, how to take care of yourself, how to properly do self-care where it's not a job to do, how to create the systems that you need to run your business and make income over and over again online. That is changing people's lives. And I know that. I believe it. I see it. I have conversations about this every day. So I know that the impact that I'm making is making a difference. So I love the income that I get from it because it's so uplifting. When we talk about energy shift, that's going to shift your energy. And it's so easy to talk about the things that you already know. I teach on business because I struggled in it for 4 years. Like I struggled. How do I want to do this online and I don't understand it. Right? So I struggled with that for 4 years. I give you guys my struggle so you can get through it faster. So you can get over those humps so you don't do the same things that I did. You know, I tell you, I wasted time. I wasted money. I tried out all of these different systems. I searched for the free systems and then the free systems crashed. And then I searched for free coaching and then the free coaching took me down this whole rabbit hole of shiny objects that just totally took me off course for like 6 months. So I share my struggle because it's going to help you get to the next level. Right? So that's what I mean when I say make money off of what you already know. So let's say you already have a business. You're like, all right, Corey, this is cool, but I already have a business and it doesn't have anything to do with what I know. Like, yeah, I know my business, but how do I add this in? Guys, who is your target audience? It always comes back to who is your target audience and what do they need that you can help them with? Can you do that? Right? What do they need that you can help them with? You've heard me say it like 1,000 times before. You can't help everybody in the world. I mean, seriously, there's like what, 7 point something billion people in the world. And there's one of you. And I don't care how many virtual assistants you hire, like that impact for one person to affect all those people won't work. But if you have your one person and you affect a group of people and you change their lives for the good, for the benefit, you make them feel better, you make them uplifted, you help them with something, you open up a window of time for them. Okay? Any single service, you're opening up just this awesome energy level for them. They are then going to go off and do something amazing to the world. That's how you create the ripple effect of your impact. Right? It may not be your direct impact, but that indirect impact is going to uplevel, bring more people to you, bring more money to you, right? It's energy, right? Like attracts like. We're putting out into the world. But if you're always like chasing after, where am I going to find my next customer? Where am I going to get my next dollar from? I need to pay this bill by the end of the week. Oh my God. You start doing that kind of stuff, you're bringing your energy level down. So then the world is looking at it going, okay, well, she's not ready for this yet. They're not going to bring it to you. Okay. So we're just doing this energy shift. Right? And this is what we want for you. So if you take the knowledge, drop some comments down below and say, what is it that you know something about that you could talk to someone about, that you could teach them? What is something? Drop all those down in the comments because I want to see them all throughout the day as you guys are catching the replays throughout this week. Drop those down in the comments because I love knowing what you guys know. And it could be anything, right? It could be anything. Currently, I know how to sew masks because I'm making masks, right? For like, I'm making the mask covers, right? Little mask. I should have brought one up here so I could show you guys. But I know how to sew them. I could teach people how to do it, right? So far, I have just taught a couple people to do this other thing, right? It has nothing to do with my business, but it's something I could teach people. I could turn that into a video course and sell it for $5 and people, and I'm making $5 off of someone selling it, but they're going to go off and make masks and help the world. Amazing. Amazing. Susan is foundational nutrition. That is solid. Like, people need to know about that. You turn that into a program. You turn that into write a book about it. You can turn it into a course. You can, there's so much stuff that you can do with that. It's because it's something that everyone can keep coming back to. Foundational nutrition is awesome, right? So build off on that. I want you guys thinking bigger impact, not just your little circle world. Think bigger impact. What do you know that you can teach someone else how to go do so they, in turn, can make. So, Susan, if you're teaching them foundational nutrition, they take care of their own health. And then imagine the ripple effect. They feel amazing, right? They feel amazing. They've bought your course. They've gone through the program. They're following through with it. They tell their parents. They tell their best friends. They tell the people closest to them. And those people start to change their foundational nutrition. They're going to feel better, right? This is the ripple effect that you cause it. You cause it. You yourself cause that. And that elevates your energy level. So you're going to be making income from that. If you bring that in, some people will come back. They're like, hey, you really got to take Susan's course. You really got to buy her book. You really got to do this stuff, right? I'm giving you guys ideas. Doesn't mean that I want you to run out right today and start taking time to write a book or taking time to build out a course. Because we need to get with me and I'll teach you the validation process to see, is this something that your audience needs? Is this something your audience is going to invest in? We have to figure that out before you do any time, but I want your brain wheels turning. Like, hey, I could do this. I could do this. And then you're adding layers. Okay. Leading up to your core offer. All of this is pieces of your core offer. It all comes together. Love it. All right, you guys, I want to do a quick training today. Keep dropping those things down in there. Let me know what it is that you know that you could talk about, that you could teach somebody, that you could help somebody, and put that out there. And then if you want to get into the Freedom Boss Institute, get in before Friday, all right? Because enrollment closes. This is the last time it's going to be at this price. And then we're going to start next week, 12 solid weeks of high intensity, high touch. You get me connecting with you and building out your offer, building out an offer that will sell. For one, we're not just building out random offers. We're building out an offer that's going to sell. We're going to build out your value ladder, right? The whole ladder from start to end. And we're going to build out your offer stacks, the stuff that makes your single offer more valuable to where people are going to want to pull out their credit cards right away and say, I want this. I want you to help me with this. Right? We're going to build all that. We're going to build out your funnels. We're going to build out your email automation. We're going to do all of that in 12 weeks. Love it. Right, we're starting next week for that. So get into the Freedom Boss Institute. Can't wait to help you guys rock through this. That's what I got for you today. And drop some comments if you've got any questions, and I'll be back to you later.